How's it going, everybody? This is the Erroneous One here with a new Kingdom Hearts Union Cross video. Been a bit, I apologize. Been pretty busy. I had a few job interviews. I did get a job. Thankfully, got a call back. So now we're just waiting for all the paperwork to go through and everything, you know, like the background checks and the drug screens and all that fun stuff. So, that'll go through. Cat's back too. That'll go through pretty well. So I'm really excited about that one. It's a big weight off my chest. But I've been busy dealing with that the past like week and a half or so. So I do apologize for lack of video content when I said I was back. You know, I am back. Just real life stuff kind of has to take priority. So you know how it goes. But now that we are here, I did want to go over a few things as soon as the game finishes loading. There we go. Other and notices. So we did get a few things over the past week or so. Let me turn my phone. There we go. Okay. We did get a few things the past week or so. It's been it's been interesting. We did get Kairi and Xion as a mercy pool within the 5, which is really cool. Downside of that one, of course, is that you don't get to choose. It's random. So even if you do it twice, so even if you do 10 pulls to get, you know, a Kairi and or Xion, you have the chance of getting just one of them when you may still need both. Or conversely, you have a chance of getting the one you don't need. If you already have Kairi, which, let's be honest, most people went for Kairi when it first came out, you know. And if you got her, excellent. Maybe you didn't get Xion, right? Because you ran into Jules spending for Kairi. Well, this banner you can try and get a Xion, but there's also the chance that you won't get Xion. You'll end up getting Kairi again. So good and bad in a way. I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, it's good. It's good that there is a mercy, you know, and it's going to help newer players out a great deal. This is probably what it's mainly geared towards is newer players, but don't know. It's there. I mean, it's a mercy. You can't get mad at a mercy too much, but on the flip side, it is, you know, an either or. There's no like real set thing like, hey, I am going to get a Xion. Hey, I am going to get a Kairi with maybe what you need. I don't know about that one. Personally, I won't be pulling from this one. I do have them both. I wish my Xion was traded a little better, but not enough to try and like spend 5 pulls basically to hope to get Xion and then get a bad trait. You know, there's not even trait medals involved, so you're only getting the medal with no trait medals. So you know, kind of on top of that one. On the converse side, let's see here. Because these things, some of these are kind of old. Okay, well, PvP missions. So PvP missions have now been updated, so that's interesting. You're not going to get any more gold, silver, or bronze tickets in the PvP format anymore, which is great. Now instead you're getting them via ranking. So they're still in the game, but you're getting fairies now directly as opposed to tickets. So there's no more RNG for tickets in terms of the tier 8, 7, and 6, and 5 medals. And let's be honest, we don't really care anything about anything below 5. We don't care about. Even 5 and 6 are kind of like, you're kind of dead to me now. They still have their uses though. In particular, the copy medals still are very viable. So they're still around. So that's a good thing. But anything really below 6 and 5, you don't really concern yourself with for the most part. So, but it is cool that they're available. They're available to everybody at a pretty far ranking. I think it's down to like what 25,000, 30,000. You still get at least one tier 8 fairy once per week. That's not terrible. So as long as you try a little bit in PvP, you know, you're going to get more than likely a tier 8 fairy medal. So I do like that format. And of course, they've been replaced by the new platinum tickets for the dual Meow Wows to basically enhance your medals further. So that's not too bad for that one. The downside, of course, is the new monthly Organization 13 event. There are no jewels in this event. The medal itself isn't even worth going for in that regard, primarily. The damage multiplier on it is okay. It's a 1 gauge cost. It is reverse magic. I mean, that's okay. But, I mean, you look at what it does. And I'm not even looking at the 6-star. I'm just looking at the 7-star version of this thing. 13 hits, not bad. Reverse and magic strength by 15. Strength by 5. And then targets reverse and magic defense down by 15. It resets the counters, and it does more damage when there's only one enemy or no parts left if it's a raid boss, and it gives you 3 gauges. That's it. is it worth spending on the falling price banner for it? Or even for the 5,000 jewels for the guarantee. So here's the thing about this one. 5,000 jewels, right? You're guaranteed to get a 7-star version of the medal, and you're guaranteed to get 3 trait medals, which means you can trade it fully on the whole. If you do the falling price banner deal, which it's going to be, what? I think it's... What does it come out to? Like 11,800 or something like that on the whole. Then you're going to get 2 more extra trait rolls. The possibility of getting some other medals in there potentially. You're going to get 3 magic gems. So if you were going to go one way or the other, I think the overall value, like flat out, is going to be in the flying price banner. In the long run, but as a quick, cheap, convenient option for 5,000 jewels, you're going to get the medal itself at 7 stars, 3 traits, and then an AB8 max, 3 magic gems, and then a few Chippendale, some Sids, and some Huey and Louis. That's not bad either. In the long run, I think the banner is better if you're going to go for it, but if you're really going to try and conserve jewels and you really want this medal, because it is an org medal, maybe you want to get a hold of it, it does look pretty neat, maybe you need some like reverse magic. The avatar board may be better to go for overall, mainly because it's also a cheaper option, and we do have Anniversary right down the road. You know, Anniversary is less than a month away, I want to say. Yeah, it's less than a month away. It's like 3.5 weeks away from us. So we're going to get something for Anniversary, so you do want to kind of conserve jewels for Anniversary. Cool. The event itself, though, you're going up against all 13 members of the organization, including Zaldin, which we haven't had his by itself. We still haven't had his event just by itself, which hopefully we do get. I'm hoping we don't get, kind of cucked on that one. But basically, you're going to go through and you're going to take all these guys on again, and you're going to get some titles for it. The main thing is no jewels. It's like people have been kind of going towards that route, going like, hey, we rely on this event for jewels once per month. So I can do a pull on a different banner, or I can do a pull on the avatar board, or whatever you're going to use the jewels for. We rely on those, and now they're gone. And we've had them for about a year basically, and now it's not here anymore. And it's really perplexing why they did that. I mean, don't know. I mean, it pretty much guaranteed 1 pull per month, basically. Probably 2 in reality. Like daily logins plus the 5,000, you're probably gonna have 6,000 jewels ready to go. I don't know. This is really strange. I don't like this. And it's like Octo said earlier in a previous video. They took 7 steps forward and 13 steps back. And I see what you did there, Octo. 13 darknesses, 7 lights. That was clever. I did like that. But it's very much right. 7 steps forward, 3 steps back. They did improve things with the content. We've been getting a lot more content in the game to go and do things in, which has been to the good. They've been, honestly, the PvP change out in terms of the fairies, I support. You get dual Meow Wows fairly okay-ish in PvP now. I wish they come out a little more in other aspects right now, and hopefully they will in the future. But it's not terrible. I mean, right now we're getting them what? We're getting them primarily through, what is it? The challenges through PvP. So if you do PvP 30 times throughout the week, you're going to get 1 platinum ticket. You're going to get them through PvP, obviously. And I know there's been like one or two more things they've been in a bit, but it's mainly PvP. But they are there. They are available to get, and it's been pretty good for that one. I do like that one. Also, to the plus side, has been that daily ticket draw. That's been really, really good for a lot of players. It's good and bad. But you have to think about this too. The event is passable with turtling. You can go and you can take on that adventurer, and you can just turtle it if you need to. The medals are there to turtle it. It's doable. It may take a little while, but it's doable. But basically, you can get 3 per day, and then go do 3 draws. And there does not seem to be a limit on what you can pull from those. And from those tickets, anything's available, be it status skills or just like tier 5 6-star medals, even lower than that are there too as well. Trait medals are in there for all kinds of things. On the converse side, you can also get some really good medals, including the brand new ones. For me in particular, since it's been out for a week, right? I think it's been about a week. For me in particular, in the week, I have drawn 1 young Xehanort, which I did not have the KH Young Xehanort, the KH3 Sora, and the KH3 Riku, the supernova medals. I wasn't able to pull on those banners because, stuff that happened in my life. But I now have one copy of each of those medals through this banner. That's been really, really good. Some people I've gotten even better. Some people have been pulling monster swords from those banners. It's like, oh, I would really like that to happen because that monster sword in PvP, oh my god. This been really good, but it's good and it's bad, but on the whole, that's really good. People who aren't getting things pulled, like, amazing things every day, it does suck, but eventually the RNG is going to turn your way, and you will pull better things, I think. By the time this little event is over, I think you're definitely going to get some enhancement to that. And hopefully that keeps that on. That little daily draw thing for the tickets is actually pretty good, I think. And I think the feedback has been good enough on that one that they're going to try and keep it. At least I hope so. I've definitely left my feedback with support about that, saying, hey, this is actually a really good idea. You guys have done great with this one. So again, they've done stuff like that, but then they do things like this where we get like this new org event and there's no jewels in it, and it's just like, what is going on? And then we got the high score challenge. The high score challenge had no medals, but it had jewels in it. It's like, no. People aren't going to spend money in a high score challenge on a medal. Like, so the high score challenge has always been formatted where here is the shiny medal that's reward for it. You want this one. You want the boosted one. So you get like top 1,000, get the boosted one, and you get more traits for it. So for better support trait rolls on it, right? That's what we are come to expect, and that's what people will spend money for. People will spend money in this game for medals. Surprise! This has been the whole entire basis of this game is no more content or anything, but now it's like, no, it's totally PvP focused and banner pull focused. And you pull in banners to compete in PvP. That's what the game has become primarily. So, but the high score challenges were unique in that matter that you got a very specialized medal that you could only get through the high score challenge. And people would spend money on boost medals basically to better increase their rank in order to get that medal, and the trait medals go with it. Why would people spend jewels to get fewer jewels? I mean, you literally spend 3,000 on average, not kind of on price though, but 3,000 jewels for one pull to get at most 5,000 jewels, and the 5,000 was only guaranteed to the top number 1 or top 10, something like that. I think it was. That does not compute. That does not make sense. So that format was really, really bad, and this format for the org event is really bad. And this is the information that I will also be passing on along too. These two format things have been so far very, very detrimental to the game, I think. But feel free to leave the comment down below, both if you guys agree with me in terms of the feedback I should leave for those two things, and also for things like the ticket pools and everything, or not, or anything else you guys may want to address in the game that has been pretty serious. It's been more of a global thing, like it impacts the entire game. You've heard it a lot. Please, by all means, feel free to leave the comments down below, and I will definitely do my best to relay that information to support as best I can. But there's that one. The next thing, the Cage 3 deal is here. This has, for me, no interest for the most part. I can see where people would definitely like it, though. Hang on, come on. There you go. Where people would like it, though. I mean, it has its... Okay, so... The VIP and non-VIP banners, we get that, unfortunately. Change up on this one is going to be in terms of, if you do the VIP one, you get 4 K3 medals per draw guaranteed. And you get 1 Fantasia Mickey B. Yeah, it should be Mickey B. And you also get 10 VIP coins. I'm not sure why they're putting Brooms and Fantasia Mickey B's in the game like that exactly. We don't really get medals that aren't already fully, gilded and ready to go. It makes me think that something is coming where they're going to change the format of how we get medals in the future, maybe, and that we're going to need more Fantasia Mickey B's. I don't know. It's better than mirrors. At this point in time, it is better than magic mirrors. We don't need any more magic mirrors, so for that one. And then, of course, we're getting the VIP coins. If you do the non-VIP one, you're only going to get 2 KHC medals per draw, and you're going to get a Broom Servant. So, but the 3 medals themselves, all 20 of the KHC medals can now be powered up with dual Meow Wow. So anything that has KH3 in its title pretty much is going to be able to be upgraded beyond with the dual Meow Wow medals. Let's see what else is in here. So each come with 5 trait slots. We already know that one. Here we go. Tier 9s. So here we go. Leah, Monster Sora, and Vanitas are the tier 9s that are available in the banner. Which the only reason, honestly, I'm going to pull more from it. And I did 3 pulls earlier just to kind of test waters of the day. I have 15,000 jewels left that I had sitting in my present box that I'm going to spend in another video. But that'll be later on. I'm only spending on it, and I'm only going to spend this much on it. That's going to be it, because everything else I'm going to have is going to go towards anniversary. But I do want to try and get a Monster Sora. Right? Who doesn't want a Monster Sora at this point in time? And there's a chance in him. I mean, you're going to get 4 of those medals per pull, so we're going to run that risk. But those are the 3 tier 9s. And then, of course, the tier 8s are going to be the Riku, Sora, and Young Xehanort. And then the tier 8s are going to be the new ones right here. It's going to be Baymax, it's going to be Go-Go, and it's going to be Hero. These medals are utility support medals, primarily, bar none. That's what they do. Baymax, he's AoE for 1 turn. The defense and your PSM defense are going to be increased by 10, and he's going to recover HP for you, and he's going to give plus 5 gauge, and he cures status ailments, and he has a 0 gauge cost. Okay, his Supernova, it has an HP recovery level 3. You increase your gauges by 15, and it cures your ailments. It triggers before slot 3 is activated when defending in PvP. So it was almost really, really good. Almost. If it had done the cures, if his Supernova triggered before slot 1 in PvP, that would have been groundbreaking. Because that would mean that any form of status ailment setups for PvP would no longer be viable with Baymax. That would have been something to see. Unfortunately, that is not the case in this particular one, and I do understand why they do that, because as much as it annoys many players, myself included, when we run into status setups and everything, they are a needed part of the game for people who cannot pull very often. They have no way to match a person who pulls a lot more than they do. Even if a person pulls 3 times to your 1, fortune favors them. That's the way the game works. But with this, or with status abilities, they can actually compete. They have a chance of basically cheesing their way through, and it's a valid tactic. It's in the game for a reason, and of course it's not going to go away. This almost did that when I first read it. I was like, wait, it cures elements before, and then I thought it said slot 1, but it's slot 3. It's still workable, which means you can shift your buffers around to make it fit. But it is a way to do that for sure. So do keep that in mind. It is still workable to defeat setups, but that's in there now. So he's particularly Baymax, I think, is the better one to get because of that ability. Go-Go is your speed one. She deals 6 hits, 1 turn, upright strength by 5, speed strength by 15, target's defense is down by 10, and speed defense is down by 15. And it inflicts damage in exchange for lowering your defense by 3. So this ability to fuse one actually has a downside, kind of like Sayax Plus. When he attacked, he lowered your PSM defense by 2 or 4 times per attack he did. So it's interesting that we see the return of the cost for gain format in terms of medals. Not too bad for that one. Her Supernova is for 1 turn. Your PSM strength goes up by 5, and it also triggers your triggers for slot 3 in PvP. It's like, meh, not too big for that one. Hero is 15 hits. 1 turn, your defense is increased by 10, and your targets minus 2 PSM strength. Damage is increased to higher HP, and it increases your gauge plus 2. So Go-Go's the only one with that cost for gain attribute. And his Supernova is your defense is up by 5, and your target's PSM strength is down by 5. So they're kind of interesting. But if you have Enzo here, you're better off. He does all that and more, and you're better to go. And those are your tier 7s right here. No, the tier 8s too. Still, I'm sorry. Oh, these are the tiers by themselves. That's right. Okay, tiers by themselves. So they're both tier 8s. They're better off to get a hold of. And of course, you have your tier 7s, which are going to be the Sully, Mike, Goofy, and Donald. So I'll colors with your Buzz, Woody, Pete, and Maleficent. So all of them are very good. Those are actually all tier 8s too. Never mind, I'm sorry. The tier 7s are down here. Oh, right. Herc, Phil, Meg, and then those guys, and then these ones. Okay, that's right. These guys aren't too big or anything. The banner has a lot of medals in it. Obviously, if you do VIP, it's going to give you the better bang for your buck, because you're going to get 4 K3 medals per pool, which is pretty good. On the whole, though, who knows? Yeah, that's pretty much it for those guys. It's not a bad banner pool. It's definitely a banner that is interesting, but you do want to kind of maybe hold off on that one. It does offer a lot, though, in terms of getting things out of it. You do get a lot of things out of it, including older medals too. So everything seems to be available in these medal pools now. There's a lot in those medal pools, but that also kind of limits what you get in terms of like what you're maybe looking for. In particular, it's gonna be the monster Sora, is what I'm looking for. Who knows? But you do have a chance to get a lot in there. I know that when I did my 3 pulls, I got like old Riku EX medals, old Prime medals were in there. I know that I saw those 2 as well. All the previous Supernova medals are also available in there too, so you have options. many options. The new avatar boards are here too. You would spend a total of 10,000 jewels to get all of them. Because there's 4 technically. That's a bit pricey, obviously. But they do. You might want to get 1 or 2 of these things because they do come with some pretty nifty stuff. 2,500 jewels a piece, the usual, not too bad. But in particular, the Baymax one gives you the 87 max and Lux plus. This is the first 87 max Lux plus skill for rating. That's really good. Plus, it gives you the defense boost 5 max skill. That's really good. And of course, it gives you the skill perk plus 10 with the helmet on and everything. And Hero gives you the defense boost 5 max, which is great. And then it's going to give you the AB 8 max. So out of the 2 of them, I'd probably go with the Baymax ones because it gives you the Lux Plus and the defense max. And basically, if you don't have a defense boost 5 max, you're definitely going to get 1 or 2 of these boards because that's going to be needed for PvP. I mean, that's just the way those go out. So not a bad value for those ones. So just be aware of that one. Let's see. There we go. In terms of stuff right here, you have 16 days still for the ticket draws. So you might want to be doing this pretty soon. I'm probably going to do my draws on like the last day or so, more than likely for the gold tickets and the silver tickets, because I don't think it's a big rush to do them right now for the most part. I'm not even going to bother with the bronze. I don't care about the bronze. I don't think anybody cares about the bronze. Oops. So, you know, that's not a big deal. You know, screw it. I'll do 1 gold and one silver right now. See how bad it falls through. Okay, 3 tier 7s and 5s. And it doesn't have much, you know, out of all those, it's tier 8s that I need for anything like that. And of course, the dreaded triple 4s. Okay, well, there you go. So we're getting the video here. Got a little long, but I did want to kind of cover that kind of stuff with you guys real quick. Be on the lookout. I'll have the video coming out where I do my polls for the KH3 deal, and then this is pretty much where it's gonna end. I'm gonna end it here on these polls. That'll be it from this banner for me. Everything else I save up is gonna go towards anniversary stuff that's gonna be coming out, and I suggest you guys do the same too. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.